Class, welcome to Marketing 250. I am delighted to be your instructor this semester and excited to start this fall period with you. I have taught this course since 2015. I've watched it evolve a bit as it will continue to evolve. The internet and internet business changes rapidly, and that's exciting to me. And I hope it's exciting to you. This will be a fun semester, and I believe this will be a fairly unique class. At least it's designed to be that way. So I hope you'll be an active communicator both on discussion boards and with me when you encounter something that is new or you need help with. As I hope the course content will be a little different, structured a little different for you. I will post these weekly screencasts, typically on the weekend for the coming week. Some of these I'll record at the beginning of the semester in anticipation for the coming weeks. Others I'll record week to week. But my goal is to get out a screencast each week that will walk you through the assignments. I try and keep them at the right length. I'll get feedback each semester, and I welcome this feedback. So I know, but some will feel that these are lengthy and they should be shortened. Others feel that we need to provide more content in here and spend more time. So I try and find the right length on these to give you enough detail to make it helpful, but not make it too long to keep them engaging. I will warn you, these first couple screencasts will be on the longer side just because we're getting started. There's a lot of information I'm trying to pack in here. So what I really wanted to review in this screencast is the syllabus. You can read the syllabus, and so I'm certainly not going to read it to you. I'm going to point out a couple highlights on here that are really good to know. Some of these I included in my introductory email, but I do want to emphasize a few points. Number one, required materials. There is no textbook for this course. As I mentioned, the course content evolves rapidly as the internet, the platforms we use will change and evolve, and so there's not much point to a textbook that would have to be updated so frequently. Instead, you'll find a lot of content from reliable online sources that talk about web business creation. But the money you save from a textbook will be a portion to actually launching a website, so purchasing hosting, and then launching an ad campaign. We're going to purchase some ad space. So there's still some money spent. Save that money that you would have spent on a textbook and instead divert it towards a website hosting and a Google Ads campaign as mentioned here. Course structure, please note these topics that we'll go through. If you're looking through these topics and you're thinking, well, legal structure of a business or building and hosting a website, I have no idea how to do that. That is totally fine. Each of these are built to take you from little to no knowledge up to a functioning business owner level. So don't be too concerned if you're looking through this and thinking, oh my goodness, I have no idea how to do X, Y, or Z. If you do know how to do some of these things, or you have some experience with them, great. It is to your advantage. And those topics may seem a little basic to you because they are designed to take you in each of these topics from little to no knowledge to a functioning business owner. There is a pattern in the course, this due date patterns, and you will get accustomed to it. These first couple weeks, the first week won't quite follow this pattern. We started in the second week, and so second and third week you'll start to get used to it, and then you'll fall into it regularly. But you'll see early in the week I will post that announcement, typically over the weekend, perhaps Monday morning. You'll do what we call a prepare activity. That's essentially your first assignment. We'll try and cover 2 topics a week, and so that prepare activity covers that first topic. You'll have a discussion board, and we'll talk about those in a minute. And then middle of the week, you'll have responses to your classmates on that first discussion board, your second assignment, and then an initial post for your second discussion board. And then end of the week you'll do responses to your classmates and a weekly reflection. So this is the pattern really you'll follow consistently for almost 13 weeks straight. On week 8 we have a little break from this where there's just one topic instead of two. Project due dates, this is what breaks up this pattern a little bit. Every once in a while you'll have a project due. I will warn you, project 1 and project 2 are very time intensive, more so than projects 3 through 6. So keep that in mind, especially project 1. That is really the foundational project in this course, where you're choosing a product, you're choosing a business. As I mentioned in my introductory email, you may have a product in mind already. You may have something in mind, and that's great. And you're certainly able to go with that idea you have in mind. But it's good to go through this exercise anyway because it's so valuable in online entrepreneurship. So keep that in mind. It is time intensive, and you'll need to set aside some time for project 1. Project 2 will take some time as well, and then 3 through 6 are designed not to be quite as demanding. You'll see grading scales, point distribution, late work. Please note there's no late work beyond 1 week. And the way the class is set up is the assignment is late 1 minute past the due date, and once it hits there, it is marked down by 20%. For the next week, you're able to turn it in with a 20% markdown, and then after a week, there's no more late work accepted. If you feel like there's a medical or family emergency, please reach out. Participation, this really goes to discussion boards, and so if you please do read through this. This is repeated in your discussion board instructions each week. But what we're really looking for is your initial post should be something considered significant, right? 3, 4, 5 sentences that has that relies on the content from the lesson, and then you'll need to respond to at least 2 classmates for full credit. So please reach out if there are questions about participation. Discussion boards make up a pretty large percentage of our grade. Not larger necessarily than assignments or projects, but because we do discussion boards each week, it's easy to fall into a pattern of not quite fulfilling that requirement of one initial post and responding to 2 classmates. But in the end, those small points add up. So please keep that in mind for discussion boards. And then below that, you can read through university policies and of course a course summary down here. So that is our syllabus. Again, if there are questions, please reach out. I'd be happy to talk through those in more detail. I'm going to jump into week 1 just so you can see. And for those of you who are new to Canvas, I'm using this menu. I was just in the syllabus. I'm now in modules. My screencast will go almost exclusively from this modules tab. We go week by modules, and so it is easiest to run through that view. I know you can access these in various ways, but it's simplest if we keep it all in modules. So you can see up here there's some course disclaimers and warnings. There's a quiz that you can walk you through the course information, so that is very helpful. But I really wanted to walk into week 1. Here you'll have a course introduction. I'll jump into this discussion board in just a minute, but this will help set out the pattern of discussion boards. I think they're similar to other Canvas discussion boards. If you've done other classes on Canvas, you have your initial post here, and then this will give you instruction on your responses. But you can access all discussion boards from here. This is really just instructions in setting out a due date. This video is very, very helpful to just lay out the intent of the course and why it's a little different. Ready, Fire, Aim explains the approach of online business creation. It's not about creating a perfect business or product before you get it out there. Instead, you're going to learn a lot by getting your business out there. So we are going to launch businesses before you're completely ready, before it's perfectly polished. And that's fine, because the value of getting your business out there and getting early feedback from visitors and customers is worth it. So this is helpful, because at times we will move at a fast pace, and this explains why. There's no assignment related to this. This video is just there to help you. There is a syllabus and project descriptions quiz that helps you go through the syllabus and really focus on the important points that we've covered in this video. And then a scavenger hunt just gets you accustomed to the course and what it is. So if we jump into the icebreaker discussion, that will show you your instructions. You'll have these, again, you'll have these instructions each week for your discussion boards. And this one, we just want a few short paragraphs. This is a little bit longer than your initial posts normally, but we do want a few short paragraphs on who you are, on what makes you unique, what brought you to BYU Idaho. A photo of yourself is great. Please do follow the dress and grooming standards on your photo. And then part 2 is where you would read and respond to several of your classmates' posts. This discussion board gets a little busy as we have the entire class in one discussion board. In the future, for weeks 2 through 13, you will be broken out into discussion board groups, 3 groups per class, and so that gives you anywhere from 8 to 15 people in a group, maybe a little bit more depending. And you'll stay in those groups throughout the semester, and then we'll come back together the last week to review final projects. So that, again, that will be your discussion board, the icebreaker discussion board, and then your syllabus and project descriptions quiz. You'll have your details up here, which really just kind of instructs you. Watch the welcome video that helps you on this. Read through the syllabus, project descriptions. But note, you may take this quiz more than once, and your highest score will be retained. So it's really about helping you learn the content, not so much about the quiz. Take as many times as you'd like. It's unlimited attempts, as you can see down here. And that'll be it. And then you'll just have your scavenger hunt activity. That will, again, just lead you around the course. Now note, on this one, there is not multiple attempts permitted. Multiple attempts permitted. But the intent is to give you information up here ahead of time. And there's no time limit. So take your time and walk through the different answers there on the scavenger hunt activity. So please reach out to me if there are questions about this introductory material or the syllabus. This first week is meant to be low-key. Just hop on the course, get used to it, get acquainted with what's on here, and then next week we're really going to jump into full bore what the class is like, choosing a business, choosing an activity, and it'll really get exciting from there. So thanks everybody. I look forward to getting to know you and watching you progress through the course.